Imagine getting thrown out of a stadium for something as trivial as an armband or piece of toilet paper, rather than for engaging in hooliganism. These are the 10 most notable oddball accessory bans that have occurred in the history of football. 1. The rise of snoods. The mid-2010s saw the emergence of an unexpected trend in football player fashion: snoods. Carlos Tevez spearheaded the introduction of these oversized black neck pieces on the pitch. But when players like Samir Nasri and Marwan Chamakh started wearing snoods as well, FIFA decided to take a firm stand against this emerging fashion statement. FIFA called a private meeting due to the growing popularity of snoods. Following their deliberations, the organization swiftly and uncompromisingly decided to outlaw football games for snoods. The official explanation provided by FIFA was the claim that snoods were not necessary equipment and, more importantly, may endanger players. FIFA expressed worry over the possibility of players inadvertently hanging themselves while wearing these neck ornaments. Although this move was unanticipated, it resulted in the football community banning snoods, disappointing supporters, and depriving players of this stylish on-field item. The outlawing of snoods marked a turning point in the changing dynamic between sport and fashion. It demonstrated the dedication of the authorities to guaranteeing the security of the players and the rigorous observance of equipment rules. The once trendy snoods were consequently consigned to the sidelines and became a remnant of a fashion era that momentarily captivated the attention of football fans worldwide. 2. Neymar's headband. Extravaganza. 2015 saw Neymar reach the pinnacle of his career in the football world, and comparisons were made between his skill and that of the great Ronaldinho. In a pivotal game against Villarreal, Neymar took a risk by trying to emulate both the legendary dress sense and the playing style of Ronaldinho. Neymar wore Ronaldinho's iconic Nike headband as a tribute to his football idol, hoping to bring some nostalgia to the contemporary field. The match referee, however, quickly intervened due to this fashion decision, citing a FIFA prohibition on such items due to publicity concerns. Faced with the referee's decision, Neymar, ever the team player, reluctantly removed the headband, signaling the end of what could have been an era of on-field fashion imitating legends. This episode not only showcased Neymar's commitment to the game, but also shed light on the intricate regulations governing players' attire, even down to the accessories they choose to wear. 3. The One Love armband controversy. As a number of national teams, including England, sought to make a big statement in the lead-up to the eagerly awaited 2022 World Cup, controversy sprang out. What is their scheme? To demonstrate against Qatar's strict rules regarding same-sex couples by donning One Love armbands as a symbolic act. Nonetheless, Qatar, the host nation, fiercely opposed the otherwise benign show of unity. The Middle Eastern country vehemently proclaimed that any team that dared to violate the armband prohibition would suffer dire repercussions, including even being kicked out of the competition. Behind closed doors, talks between the clubs and FIFA grew more intense as the deadlock continued. The football governing body was forced to mediate a fine line between promoting inclusion and honoring the legal and cultural traditions of the host country. Following days of heated negotiations, the opposing sides grudgingly accepted FIFA's ruling. Players will not be allowed to utilize the 2022 World Cup as a platform for their quiet protest, since the One Love armbands have been formally prohibited from the competition. 4. True Socks stir controversy. In a shocking turn of events that occurred during the 2018 World Cup, the English national team became involved in a scandal that went beyond the football pitch. What's causing the commotion? The unapproved usage of true socks by athletes including Raheem Sterling, Eric Dier, and Dele Alli. When these football players choose to wear true socks over their official Nike socks during World Cup matches, the football sock brand gained popularity. The players boldly persisted in showcasing the alternate sock brand on the international scene in spite of FIFA's warnings against the unauthorized branding. The repercussions were swift and carried a hefty financial penalty. The English Football Association, FA, was slapped with a £70,000 fine for the team's persistent display of unauthorized branding. The incident shed light on the stringent regulations imposed by FIFA to maintain a level playing field not only in terms of performance, but also in the realm of visual representation. 5. Pitch designs. Pitch designs were becoming increasingly common, and FIFA stepped in to stop them during the 2017-18 Premier League season, ushering in a new era. Teams like Southampton, Arsenal, and Leicester City have already gained notoriety for their distinctive and artistically designed floor patterns. FIFA, the organization that oversees football, expressed worry about the possible risks associated with these elaborate designs. The main thrust of their argument was that these inventive patterns made certain parts of the pitch nearly unnoticeable. FIFA required Premier League playing fields to follow a classic configuration with only horizontal and white lines in response to these worries. FIFA's action to forbid pitch designs may have upset spectators who were drawn to the visual spectacle on match days, but it also demonstrated the organization's dedication to protecting player safety and upholding a uniform playing field. 6. Bladed studs. Band football boot design has evolved throughout time, leading to the emergence of bladed studs. Legendary Manchester United manager Sir Alex Ferguson took a strong stand against these popular footwear modifications in this constantly shifting scene, believing they were dangerous for player safety. The pivotal moment occurred when Roy Keane, the captain of Manchester United, sustained a 2-month injury after colliding with a player who was sporting bladed studs. The event so infuriated Sir Alex that the club changed its stance on these contemporary footwear styles immediately. 7. Gary Lineker's toilet paper saga. Football legend Gary Lineker made a humorous revelation at the 1990 World Cup that evolved to become an unexpected bit of football history. Spurs supporters had a humorous reaction to Lineker's candid admission that he had gone to the bathroom during a game. Spurs fans, taking the news in joke, started carrying toilet paper into stadiums and teasingly hurling it at Lineker during matches. At first supported by Lineker himself, the behavior quickly reached a breaking point as the humorous gesture gained traction. 8. Jewelry on the pitch. A quiet conflict between fashion and regulations surfaced during the colorful 1990s, when players like Ronaldinho made headlines for their off-field flair as much as their on-field exploits. Who's at fault? On the pitch, jewelry. FIFA had clear rules in place, preventing players from wearing any kind of jewelry that may give an unfair advantage or represent a danger of harm, so they could defy the flamboyant trend. The game's safety and fairness features served as the foundation for the reasoning for this restriction. There was a small exception to these rules. Players who were married and wanted to flaunt their marital status were granted an exception. During matches, they may utilize tape to show their dedication rather than wearing jewelry overtly. This era marked a delicate balance between the dazzling allure of fashion and the necessity of adhering to the rules that safeguard the players and maintain the integrity of the game. 9. World Cup armband protest. The worlds of sports and social activism unexpectedly collided in the run-up to the much-awaited 2022 World Cup. Inspired by a common dedication to human rights, a number of national teams came up with the idea to visually oppose Qatar's contentious regulations regarding same-sex partnerships by donning armbands. But FIFA, the organization that oversees international football, proved to be a powerful opponent to this admirable goal. When FIFA learned that Qatar would not tolerate any kind of protest on its territory, it moved quickly and firmly to put an end to the planned armband activity. Players and spectators alike were forced to struggle with how to balance upholding the laws of the host nation with promoting social justice on the international platform of the World Cup. FIFA's position ultimately won out, and the armband protest was never carried out, highlighting the intricate relationship that exists between football, geopolitics, and the fight for human rights inside the beautiful game. 10. Customized boots dilemma. A dispute surfaced in the dynamic space where football and fashion meet when footwear brands, led by industry heavyweights like Nike and Adidas, introduced limited edition bespoke cleats. For athletes, these gaudy and sometimes ostentatious boots came to represent style and uniqueness. But one great manager, Manchester United's Sir Alex Ferguson, stood firmly against this trend, putting player safety ahead of the appeal of personalized footwear. The pivotal moment arrived when Roy Keane, one of Ferguson's star players, sustained a 2-month injury that was ascribed to his boots' bladed studs. Ferguson took immediate action because he was worried about the risks that these customized and occasionally experimental designs would provide. He banned the use of customized boots at Manchester United, sending a clear message that player safety would not be compromised for the sake of style. Football's history is peppered with bans that range from the amusing to the critical, emphasizing the ongoing struggle to balance style with safety on the pitch. If you're surprised to know about these banned accessories, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Share this video with your friends and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching.